Well, good morning everyone. I'm the manager here for Calmsden Agriculture, and I thought I'd get in early to give you a rundown on our operation before the rest of the team arrives, but looks like Dan's beaten me to it. This man is a hard worker and one of our main operators. Looks like he's getting an early start on some lime, probably so he has some ground ready before the others get into some cultivation and seeding, but we'll get on to that a little bit later. But firstly, a little bit about Calmsden Ag. We are an arable farm mainly growing wheat, oats, canola and linseed, as well as some maize silage which we sell to the local dairy farm. We also do a bit of contract work on the side, mainly in grass, some baling silage, a bit of hay and a bit of slurry spreading as well. Well, there's 4 staff plus me. We run a variety of equipment: Fendt and Massey tractors, couple of class combines, a New Holland forage harvester, a Merlot telehandler and a range of other equipment. Oh, and I better not forget the old Fiat, still one of my favourite tractors to use, even if she can be a bit temperamental on cold days. We're just about to get another tractor added to the fleet, but again, more on that later. We own a big swath of the local countryside, these fields around our yard here, as well as several of the larger fields on the other side of the dairy. In total we have about 520 acres just here, as well as a bit more land further afield. We do a lot of trade with the BGA, particularly with the excess silage and straw bales after the dairy farm has taken what they need for feed and bedding. And we have a great relationship with the local dealer. In fact, we've just taken delivery of our second class 6900, replacing the aging Dominator, and the first time we've had a tracked piece of equipment here on the farm. Well, as for the team, well, you've already seen Dan, hardest worker I've ever met. We also have Damien, he floats in and out. He loves the grass work mainly, but put him in anything and he'll figure it out pretty quickly. James has been with us for as long as I can remember, reliable and good with a wrench. If he's not out driving, he's tinkering somewhere in the shed. And lastly, but certainly not least, is Sally. She grew up on a farm in Australia, big West Aussie cropping farm, so isn't afraid to get her hands dirty. Don't let those bright pink nails fool you. And, well, then there's me. I was born locally, but grew up in New Zealand after Dad met a Kiwi girl on her OE. I came back here to work on the farm after cutting my teeth on a spud farm in the Manawatu, hence the accent. Well, back to the farm. It's currently spring. The winter wheat and canola survived the winter well and it's looking pretty good. There's a few weeds to deal with and we'll need a good dollop of fertiliser sometime soon. Now the main focus for now is getting some fields prepped for the oats and linseed. The maize is another month or so away from planting. Now I think the dairy farm has some slurry to put on their grass fields as well, so there's plenty to keep the team and me busy. The first job, I'm going to run this trailer down to Dan so he can keep going with the lime. Then we'll get back here to help the others out with hooking up ploughs and power harrows and get started ourselves. Alright, well let's get into it, get this all started up, get that lifted up just a touch, headlights on and of course safety first. Get those beacons on, you can see them flashing there against the shed. So let's go, got the gate open, yep, that's still there, so we're just going to try and spin ourselves out of here and we'll head on up to where Dan is working and getting the lime spread. Now the plan of attack for today, we're going to have the cultivator running around behind him, so Sally's going to come down and she's going to grab that and head on back down. I think she's going to use the 7S, probably be the best bet for her. Damien's going to come in and power harrow this field just here. That's going to have linseed in it, so we've got that sort of going on. It doesn't need any lime. The pH tested quite well on that recently, and James is actually just going to be spending a bit of time in the workshop this morning. He's got a few things just to go over with this new combine that we had come in, just make sure everything's all good to go when we come to harvest time, because we don't want to be having to mess around with it before then. But let's head on down this way. We're heading down to field number 25. That's one of the ones we're going to be putting some oats into, and hopefully Dan's made a good start on getting some lime spread on it. So we head on down. Look at this beautiful sunrise though. Look at it over there. Doesn't look good. Beautiful part of the world. Right, let's carry on down. This is our field in here on the left, and you can just make out the tractor over there in the spreader. The lights have a little bit more effect than they are. Maybe the dawn as it's breaking is just making it a little bit harder to see, but we're going into here. Gosh, with 36 tonne of lime on the back there, this takes a little bit of stopping, but there we go, we're in. Now I think if we just pull in to the edge here, there we go, you can see where he's already started, a bit of lime down there, so we'll pull up here just a little bit higher, maybe up on top of the hill. We should be able to fill him up when he gets around here. I don't even know how much lime he's going to have used on a full lap, but there you go, you can just see him making his way across over there now. So we'll get him topped up, make sure things keep on moving. Right, well he's about a third to go, but we figured we might as well fill up before he goes past. Now I'm just going to make a little bit of a change here. We've got the weight on the front 3-point. We're just going to swap that around on the back, lifting a couple of tons of lime at a time. It's probably not the best thing to do, so if we just get this in and around here, get ourselves all hooked up. There we go, perfect. Right, let's see about grabbing some of these bags off. I haven't unstrapped them all. That would be a little bit dicey. I do have a plate, or found a decent log to put in underneath the trailer, because we certainly don't want to be leaving that sitting like that with all that weight on the front of it. But we'll get this unhooked, so if we can get one of those on. There we go. Look, perfect. Right, should be able to swing around now. If he's a third still in there, he's probably only going to take about 3 bags this time around. So we'll just get this up and over. Should see it start filling. There we go. Right, perfect. There we go. We'll get that filled up and get Dan on his way. Keep on moving. Here we go. This is the 4th bag we've put up in here, so we'll just wait and see if it's going to take it all. So that's 6,000 litres already. Probably not. Maybe take half of it, maybe not even that. 400 or so litres out of there. Right, there we go. That should be enough to get Dan off and underway again. Alright, and there he goes. Right, we will get a few more bags ready. In fact, I'm just wondering whether we should move. No, we're probably best filling up here. We'll get him to come back over each time, but we'll get a few off so that we can do it a little bit quicker. In fact, no, that'd be a silly idea. Let's just think this through, because if Sally gets down here with the cultivator, we don't want to be in her way so she can't make a start. So we'll grab a few, get ready to keep them filled up and underway. So we might go along, throw the drone up here, get some early morning shots of some lime spreading. Alright, and there we go, off with another load as the sun continues to rise over the hills there. Probably about a third of the way through. I don't know if we're going to have enough lime down here to get it all done. We'll just have to wait and see. There's another, what, 6 bags there. What's that, 18,000? Must be about halfway through. Maybe a little, no, we must be more than halfway through. Anyhow, a wee bit longer to go. Oh, and there we go. Look, here comes Sally coming in with the cultivator. So hopefully we're far enough ahead that she's not going to get too caught up, because I imagine she's probably going to start in the middle of the field rather than on the headlands. But let's just, we'll go and have a chat to her. We'll go and watch things all get unfolded and sorted out and get underway. Alright, there we go, unfolded and getting straight into it. No messing about. She's going to go and skip a row, so she's definitely going to get across this field pretty quickly. The way that it's working, there's sort of these skinny little sections down here, just because the other side of the field's probably the big longer edge, so they're kind of working over there. It was exactly the same with the lime, which Dan did as well. So there we go, straight into it. She did say as well that Damien has made a start on the power harrowing back down at the yard, so no doubt once we run out of this lime, we'll go down and have a look and see what he's up to as we go down and grab some more out of the shed. But look at that, lime spreader up in the background, cultivator working down here, and things are underway, things are progressing. So, well, we're going to have to go and get our seeder set up and going, because we need to get in here and get some seeding planted, or some seeds planted once this is done. Before we know it, we're going to have 2 fields ready to plant, and no planter up and ready to go, so we better make sure we get that sorted out. But we'll hang out here, keep Dan going with the lime. In fact, I might hook the trailer up, might move it over to the other side of the field just so it's a bit easier and we're not mucking around quite as much with him having to come all the way over here to get filled up. But yeah, here we go, things are moving. Alright, well we're just about out of lime. I think there's a few dribs and drabs left in one bag, and that is us done. We've actually given James a call back down at the yard. He's got the telehandler and he should have already got us a whole lot of bags out all ready to load up. So we are going to race on back down, just get our road lights back on. Put those on as well. If Sally gets far enough across, she's actually just going to start coming back and filling in these rows before she gets the whole way across the field, just in case she catches up to Dan. But things are working out alright, getting through the jobs already, which is good. But if you look across, we've got this field here to do, we've got these fields next to us to do. Like I said, 500 plus acres, we have got a lot of land to cover over the next wee while. So we're going to keep things moving. Let's get back down, go and grab some lime, and then we'll have a look at Damien, actually, see how he's going down there with the power harrow while we're at it, hopefully. But we just need to make sure we get back here in time so that Dan can keep going. Once he's finished in this field, he's going to roll into the one next door, 24 I think it is, and Sally will follow through. This field on our left doesn't actually need any lime. This is similar to the one back at the yard. It was done last season, so it's looking pretty good, so we're not going to worry about doing that. We'll just get in here with some tillage, with the power harrow or the cultivator, and get that all turned over and ready to go. Probably the power harrow at this stage, just because the cultivator will be busy, but we'll see what happens as we get through things. So let's carry on, let's get on back down to the yard and get some lime on the back of the trailer. Well, there you go, would you look at that. What's that, 2, 4, 6, 8, 16 bags. That should be enough, and there we go, there's Damien. He's actually powering through that field, excuse the pun, he's in a power harrow, but almost halfway across. I know he's only done one pass and he has to go through and fill in those gaps, but yeah, he's making good progress out there running the ADS on that power harrow. About a 6 metre wide power harrow, actually. It's a decent piece of equipment, but we'll go and have a look at that in just a little bit. But let's jump back in here and get the telehandler out, and we will get these all loaded up. Now the telehandler is a beaut. We'll I guess beauty part of it, we don't have to take the front loader off or anything like that. That's all just staying there. And would you look at that, he's even left it, we can get 4 bags in one go on this, so things are looking pretty excellent indeed. Alright, let's have a look here, get that all lifted up. Doesn't even complain about the weight or anything like that, just so good. Main reason we've got this, obviously it does a lot of work around the yard and doing things like this, but when we're out in the fields loading bales, all the straw that we get off these fields, main job is that this will go and load up trailers, and they can just run in and out, trucks even. You know, we're running down to the BGA few 100 acres of wheat and oats and things like that, we're going to end up with a lot of straw bales, so it is definitely going to keep us on our toes. But here we go, those ones all down. Perfect. Only just know what that one was complaining about. So if we can get these other 4 here picked up, but comparing how quickly you can fill this up, or pick these up at least. It'd be nice to actually have this down in the field and be able to put the lime straight into the back of the lime spreader 4 at a time as well. But anyhow, just as handy down here at the yard. There we go, 4. So we'll get this loaded up, and we're going to have a quick hello to Damien, so long as things aren't in a hurry down at the yard, or down at the field, as long as Dan's not waiting for this lime. But anyhow, let's get these done. There we go, last 4 on. That was a piece of cake. That was pretty darn easy. Now the other good thing, this has it's got its tow hitch and that on the back and everything like that, so we can actually pull the trailer. It actually comes in really handy when we're seeding. Let's have this actually out in the field, put some seed, put some fertilizer on there, and we can get everything down into the field in one go. But let's just bring this back in here, park it up back in its little spot in here between the combine and the seeder, one of the combines of course, and the sprayer, sorry, and we'll leave that there and go and get back down to the field. Alright, all loaded up. Now, one of the things I was talking about earlier on was the fact that we were going to be getting a new tractor here on the farm. Now we've got the big Fendt, this 7 Series, 728, and we've also got the Massey 8S, and they're both about the 300 horsepower mark, about the ideal size for our farm. But we are looking, Calmsden Ag is looking for another tractor in and around that mark. So I'm open to suggestions and maybe some recommendations. Should we stick with Fendt? I mean, we've got Agco brands, so Vulture is always an option if we were going to stay with the Agco brands. Stick with Fendt, get another maybe 7 Series. Do we go up to a small 9 Series, 916 or something like that? Do we stay with the Masseys, get another 8S possibly, or is there something else we should be looking at? Like I said, there's the Vulture S Series, there's always, the John Deere's, the Case, all those kind of things. There's a few different options that are out there to be used. Now we just got a notification there from Dan to tell us that he needs some product, so of course we can use auto drive to refill. We're not doing that today, we are doing this all manually. But yeah, drop a suggestion in the comments. What do you think we should be buying as a, I guess, a 5th tractor? It would actually be a 6th tractor when you count the Fiat, but another big workhorse for the farm so that everyone can keep nice and busy. Let me know, what do you think we should get? Well, this should be the last bag or part bag that needs to go into the back of here. Should see it getting full in just a second. You can see Sally has turned around, she started going back the other way. There we go. That is that all full. So she basically got over here and ran out of space to carry on. There's not that much of a section in here still to do, so I reckon that's probably us done for the lime on this field. So we'll let Dan get this finished. We'll probably go and move on to the next one, just this one in here next to us, and then figure out where we're going to go after that one. But there's still a lot of work to do, so we'll get moved on. Well, that's us rolling out of here. We are going to have enough lime to get that one finished, but what we're going to do is go down the end here, then headed back up this little lane just on the other side. Now the field just over the other side here, that is going to be maize, so we're not too worried about that yet. It does need some lime. We're going to prioritise getting the oat and linseed fields done first, so we're going to head on down this way, and the field we can just see over the hedge from where we were just before. That's the next one we're going to go in and tackle, so get that all up and sorted. Now James is actually hopefully back at the yard. He's hopefully getting the seeder and everything all sorted out for us. I just need to figure out what tractor we're going to put it on, whether we have to swap out somewhere or something. Kind of have a Fiat sitting down there that we can seed with. I'll have a look, figure out whether that's going to work or not. But yeah, making progress. Next field just up here on our left. See the BGA over there in the distance. So this is quite a good one to have some maize in, because it's quite close to hauling down there. We'll just have to see if we've got an option to be able to do anything down there. But nice big grass verges on the edge of these fields, I do like that. It gives you some good space to be able to go and park a trailer up, just like we are going to. So we'll leave that there. We'll get everything set up once again. We've got the weight on the front, so we're going to have to swap all that over. But yeah, if we get everything all set up, we can get Dan over here and he can carry on with the liming. Alright, well a little bit of a change of plans down here. James brought the Fiat down for us and we've actually put that on to the spreader there. Dan's going to carry on spreading that, no lime in our eyes. James is going to stay down here with the front loader, with the little Fendt, and he's going to keep Dan up and going. And we're actually going to take the bigger Fendt back down and get this all set up on the seeder. Obviously this and the 80s are actually the only two tractors powerful enough to run the seeder we have. So we're going to head on back down, we're going to go get that started because, I don't know if we can see over the hedge here anywhere, just peek through. No, it's a bit hard to see, but Sally's certainly getting through that field. She's just about made it all the way back over to the other side. Then she'll be able to come down here and fill in these bits before going around the headlands. So things are moving, and we're going to be able to actually start doing some seeding very, very soon. So that's our job, get down and get that all set up and ready to go. Here we are back at the yard. We're just going to head on in here. We're going to go straight around to the back, and we're going to go and find the seeder. It's in one of the sheds right here around the back. It's about a 6 metre wide seeder, quite a decent size. She's just looking there. Damien's made a great effort. He can't be too far away from doing headlands, so I might even be able to start on this field. Some linseed started on this one, but there we are. There is the seeder next to the planter, so the old famous K brand. Got Caverniland next to it as well. Let's just get this all backed up in here and get hooked up to it, and there we go. We'll take fertiliser and we'll take wheat. Unfortunately, as we're organised, we've got some of that floating here in the shed. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab the telehandler out. We will get some fertiliser into this. Just remind myself which way those open up. They have a tarp on the back, so we should be able to fill from both sides. Probably should do it from the other, but we're just going to do it from here. I'm going to go and jump in. We've got the seed and fertiliser in some big bags. It's not quite all our seed and fertiliser. We haven't had it all delivered yet. Kind of just focused on getting what we need for now in here, but there's a few bags of both here. So jump into the telehandler and we'll go and get things filled up. Alright, a couple of bags of seed there to start. I'll just spin back around and drive out. This thing is so versatile, and what we're actually probably going to have to do is we're going to have to use the 3-point hitch, or actually the tow bar on the back, and the little farm trailer we've got, we can use that to put a few bags into and actually bring those down to the field. So we'll get one of the other guys to do that a little bit later on, but obviously we can just do it here, filling in the yard to start with, and worry about that a little bit later. But let's just get that boom out, lower them down so I can see where we are a little bit further. Bring them back down, and there we go. That's getting those filling. In fact, we can probably just go a little bit further out, bring those back down, and there we are, seed going in. So we'll let those fill up. It's going to take both bags, yes it is. We'll get that back down and put away. Should need one more bag of seed, I think. It's about a 3,000 litre seed hopper and about 2,000 litres of fertiliser, or there or thereabouts. So we'll get that done, get these all filled up, and then we'll be heading out down to the field. So there we are, all full up, so 2,750 litres of each, not quite 3 big bags. You can see in the background there, Damien is indeed started headlands on this field, so I'm kind of in two minds actually where we start. I think we'll head down to the other one, seeing we've got the trailer all loaded up, which I'll show you in just a second, but let's move on down and go and make a start on some seeding. I did say we're going to check out Damien as he's working, but we kind of just haven't had the chance yet. As you can see, we've got the trailer loaded up. We've got a couple of big bags of seed and fertiliser in the back. The Merlot's all ready to go for whoever gets back here and can take that. It'll probably be James at this rate, because once Damien's finished in the field he's in, he's going to go down and start. It's probably on the big long one on the right hand side, back down here, while Sally, she'll keep on working in the fields that have had the lime applied and getting that all cultivated in. So let's head on down. We'll go and make a start on some seeding. Just as we come past, you can see Sally there. She has started on the headlands, so we're not going to be too far behind her being finished, or down here too much earlier than her being finished. She won't be too far ahead of us, which is good. Things are working out pretty well timing wise, even though it does feel a little bit frantic and rushed around this morning. I know we've only got this month to get these linseed in, and it's a beautiful day today. There's a bit of cloud on the horizon. Don't know whether that's going to turn into any rain. You know what the English weather's like. Horribly unpredictable, and every chance you get to be out on the field, you need to make the most of it. So that is what we are doing. Here we are into the field. Let's get turned in, and we are going to have to just wait for just a moment while Sally gets this field finished. Not too much longer, probably going to be another 20 minutes or so of work for her, and then we'll be able to get in and start seeding. In fact, I might just go and park in at the middle of the field, get everything unfolded, run some seed through the pipes, and just make sure everything is all primed. I'm sure by the time we've done all of that, she will be ready to get into it. But here we go. Press the right buttons there to get it unfolded. First day of the season, always a bit rusty with the equipment. There we go. It's going to pop out quite nicely and give us a decent width for seeding. So there we go. Right, it's a waiting game now. Let Sally get finished, and we might just wander over and see how they're going with the lime. Make sure everything's going well there. Well, I got over here just in time to see them filling up with what is actually our last bag of lime we've got down here. I think they've got about half the field left to go as well, so we're definitely going to have to run back down and grab another load of bags. James can do that, of course. He'll be quite capable. It would have been actually quite handy if he could have brought the other trailer. Do we have a hitch on this? Maybe he could. Might be a bit hard running down some of those lanes with a dual trailer setup, but he could always hook that smaller trailer up onto the back of this and bring them both down for us. Could save a bit of a trip, but there we go. That's them all full. Dan can get back out there, carry on going with the lime, and yeah, like I said, James will get down and get some more for us. Just having a look over the fence here. You see Sally over there in the distance. She's been around the field once, so still a couple more passes to go before she is ready to move into this field. But things are going well. Right, we'll leave these guys to it. We will go and just make sure everything's all good with the seeder. Well, there we go. Sally's now gone around the field, so we can get in here and we can make a start on our work. So we've got our GPS and guidance all set up. We're going to power this baby up. There we go. Get that all lowered down and get on our way. There you go. James going back with another load of lime for over in the lime spreader. Fantastic, fantastic. So this is all looking good. Linseed's going in, solid fertilizer going down as well, and we're getting our first field planted. Proper exciting this. Now Sally, once she's finished, she'll of course jump over into that field next door, which Dan and James will be getting finished very soon. Damien gave me a call too, actually. He's finished that power harrying. He's coming up into this field on the other side here anytime soon, so I'll just keep an eye out for him. He might pop up in the field and start on some power harrying. So it's all systems go. Everyone's busy working down this end of the farm and starting to get some land covered. It's going to take a wee while to get this done. It's all planted with this planter, but it's running pretty efficiently, 10 miles per hour. It's not too slow, so we'll crack into it and get through it as quick as we can. Well, look at this, here we go. A busy farm, seeding in one field. We've got the lime spreader over in the distance. Sally just there getting into her second pass, cultivating that lime down into the ground. Now of course that's going to be an oats field. We've got linseed here and back at the main farm. Oats in that one. We've got maize going into the back one over there, and some oats going in on the other side. Now I did see Damien over in that field. Can't see him right now, but he definitely pulled in there and has made a start. Oh, there we go. You just spot him over in amongst the trees. So basically what, 3 fields, 4 tractors, and someone running a loader to keep them all up and going. It's a busy little operation, and I'm looking forward to bringing this busy little operation to you. Lots of courseplay, lots of auto drive. It's going to be fun. There'll be a lot of work done off screen. Might come back for the next episode and I'll have this field planted. The lime might be done, that one might be cultivated. We'll see how we go. It's just going to be a little bit of fun, a little bit of an experiment, and an opportunity for me to play on a map that I didn't play in 22, other than a little bit of time on a multiplayer server. So I'm looking forward to sort of investing a little bit of time in it and just having a little bit of fun, and hopefully a little bit of a different twist to how others are playing on it. Probably biting off more than I can chew, but hey, I'm in it for the challenge, so let's see how it goes. Don't forget, let me know what tractor we should get. I rattled off a few options earlier. I completely missed out the New Holland. The T7 or T8 could be another option, maybe even a fast track. I know there's some JCB fans out there amongst you, so let me know. Do drop a comment down, give me some suggestions and some recommendations on a tractor that we should purchase here on the farm, around the 300, maybe 350 horsepower, maybe go a little bit bigger than what we've got. But yeah, open to suggestions, and looking forward to seeing what the community thinks I should buy. But I'm going to carry on. We're just going to get into some seeding. You can see those couple of passes Damien's done already. In fact, there he is turning around. So yeah, productive little farm, and I'm thoroughly looking forward to spending some time and playing on it. So until next time, thank you all very much for watching. It's been great to be able to get back into a little bit of a series and playing a bit of farm sim. I'm looking forward to it. So I'll catch you in the next one.